All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Scuffed Streamer Podcast, where we talk about all things Tarkov content creation and just, being absolutely trash at every video game that we, go to play. My name is Bowser. I've been playing video games for basically, that's not me. Basically since I was 5. I'm 30 now, so 25 years. Yeah. How you doing today, Mr. Bungo?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I can't really complain.
Can't either. I'm also not dying today, so that's a good sign. Last week was your turn to die, and this week it's my turn.
Well, let's get you boys' introductions back off again, and yeah, we'll start with Mr. Sheffrey.
How's it going, everybody? I am the one, the only, the Scuffed Chef Shooter. I also have been gaming for a really long time. Probably longer than Bungo's been alive. I mean, I'm not lying. I stream on Twitch at Chef the Shooter. You can find me there in pretty much all places at that same handle.
All right, Mr. Bungo.
I'm Stungies. Been gaming for less than these guys. I didn't quite get my AARP card in the mail, but
That's fucked up.
I don't know. I've been playing since like Duck Hunt and stuff like that. I'd stream on Twitch and YouTube, trying to make a little change, go back and forth, see how that works. And still scuffed.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
All right. So how was everyone's week in Tarkov? Bungo, I know you really haven't been playing that much. You've been kind of on and off this week, but
yeah.
I'm tired of getting shot in my face.
King Head Eyes, we know.
It has been so ungodly brutal, like between the event and just like the state, and that's the state that everybody's playing in right now. Or not everybody, but the most people are playing in right now. I just don't, no matter what I wear, no matter what I do, it's like there's a big old like heat seeker in the middle of my fucking eyebrows that just attracts ammunition.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I mean, this week I'm back up to 4 million, so I'm happy about that. But my mental fortitude for Tarkov is draining.
It's running real thin
as we get further, and what with all these events, which we'll get to talking about here in a minute, building up. We've been expecting a wipe for like a month, right? It's been crazy. The events every weekend. Throwing bosses on different fucking maps, sometimes 2 bosses, and like that stuff was fun. And everybody who plays Tarkov goes, "Oh, okay, that means a wipe is coming. I need to start burning my equipment." And that's awesome, but it doesn't matter because you still get shot once and die.
Yeah, every raid.
Bungo, what have you been up to this week besides your minimal Tarkov play sessions?
What have I been doing? A lot of housework. Like I mowed the lawn, and then 2 days later I had to mow it again because it was already like a foot tall.
You guys got a lot of
nice
rain
in Wisconsin. Yeah, we had like a whole day of rain.
What the fuck kind of grass are you growing over there, Bungo? It grows 2 feet in 2 days.
I don't know. Like I mowed the lawn, it rained 2 days straight, came back out. I'm like, I need to mow again. It's already long. So just a lot of housework, and I picked up a little side gig pulling cable. So
hell yeah,
and tied up with that. But this week should be a little better. Monday will be a little late, but
that's okay. That's all right. We're here. Yeah, so we'll swing into a little off topic for the first topic, but perfectly fine. Me and Bungo recently decided to come back to Twitch.
Woo!
But not in the
back, boys.
But not in the way that everyone's expecting, right? So we're gonna split our time. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, constantly having to change over, settings and log in and out of shit constantly to try and make sure everything works the way that it's supposed to. But I think the plan is to kind of push forward on both platforms, see how things end up going. Whether or not Twitch ends up imploding on itself with some of the changes that we talked about last week that they want to implement, or whether or not YouTube just all of a sudden just explodes onto the live streaming scene, will have a foothold somewhere.
Can you give me like I gotta close my door. My wife is
Yeah,
watching
you're
a, like cartoon, and it's
You're good. I'll cut this part out.
Editing team, get on that.
No, I'm just gonna leave it right up. We do this shit live.
That's what I'm saying, man. It wouldn't be a Scuffed Streamer podcast if we didn't do something scuffed.
Oh, 100%. We're scuffed
not,
every week.
Like, not close your door before you start recording the podcast.
I didn't think she's gonna be watching Little Einsteins at 98 volume.
That's okay. That's all right. So let's see. What events have happened in Tarkov since we last talked? I know we had Tequila and
Everything
Killer
on Lighthouse.
on Lighthouse. We had Raiders on Lighthouse. We had. I think that's it, right? It's been the two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Traders was going on the last time, or it just ended.
Yeah,
I believe
it had just ended.
before the last one. Yeah, because you had just gotten back.
Correct.
You were like, "Thank God I missed that fucking thing."
Right.
I feel like those events, quote air quotes, heavy air quotes here. It was like a training sim for Boss AI. I can almost guarantee that one of these bosses is going to be spawning in Village. These new fucking OP as fuck sniper and grenade launcher, Mr. Big Pipe.
Big pipe.
Did you guys ever read the tattoos on his arm?
No, I have not.
I could be wrong. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm almost positive that it says smoke, kill, fuck.
Oh, nice.
Tattooed
yeah.
on the inside of his arm.
Hell yeah. What I'm talking
My
about.
next tattoo.
Fuck yeah.
Smoke.
Well, the Raider one was pretty good. I mean, me and Stungy farmed the fuck out of that.
I'm afraid to Google Big Pipe. I just want to say this.
Chef, does your shirt say tattooed? Do you have any tattoos? I've never seen that arm. I did not know that. Good for you.
I'm covered in tattoos. I love it.
Yeah, we got some.
I did not know that. I've only seen the right pasty arm.
That's true. I mean,
this side is out of camera. Usually, it's my keyboard arm.
Yeah.
I also have a kid pit. You know Calvin and Hobbes.
I do. I know what you're talking
the
about.
kid that pisses on like the Boston Red Sox symbol that people have on the back of their car.
Oh,
like the little kid taking a pee. I have that pissing on cancer on the back of my leg.
Nice. Yeah, fuck
I thought you were
cancer.
gonna say tramp stamp or something, but
No. That my tramp stamp says Stungies.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he's a classy
Market
broad.
territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Raiders one was easy to farm, right? We basically got that down to a science. Made obscene money doing it. It was wonderful. The Tequila Killer one was a little interesting because that drew everybody. Lighthouse was popping for like.
It wasn't even about fighting the bosses. It was about fighting other players.
Yeah, and the bosses were like, "Woo!"
I don't even think that's what it was like. It was literally just like, hey, waiting to get fucking head eyes for me again. Because no matter where I was on the map and what I was doing, somebody was sitting somewhere and shot me in the fucking face with that movie. Every goddamn raid. Bowser, how many killer armors did you get doing that?
7.
You know how many I got?
2.
1.
Uno. I like it.
1.
I like it.
I got my one killer kill that I needed for the task, and that was fucking it.
I like it.
I think I got 2, but they were off of players that had already killed them.
Okay. I like it.
Hey, man, at least you got them.
Hey. Yeah, I think he already lost him, though.
Yeah.
Probably. I lost one yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
I also haven't booted Tarkov. I might have got him back.
Yeah, that shit was nuts, man. Like there was I have not seen Lighthouse that popular and that full of people since fucking whatchamacallit, since Lighthouse actually released. Like it was just there were constantly people, and because the way that they did the Tequila Killer event is they locked it down to 1 extract, which I don't know if we only got extract camped once and Chef survived, so Chef,
smoked him.
Chef dropped a huge nutsack on him. It was wonderful.
Oh, and then but then he came into chat and I felt really bad. I was literally mid nutsack to like mid teabag on this guy. I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch!" I unloaded an entire clip of M855A1 into his forehead, and then he's like, "Wow, real nice." I'm like, "Fucker."
Love it.
And then on top of it, he didn't even have like a bag and shit. He'd hid his backpack with the loot that he found.
Yeah.
So I killed him, and didn't even get to have his stuff.
He almost killed you with a VPO too.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was a Vepper. Sorry, Vepper Hunter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With M61 in it that you didn't realize was in there.
Yeah, I definitely would have left with that.
I did. I took it.
That's
what I got, was like 30 rounds of M61.
So they locked down that whole fucking side of the map. So you basically had like 14 PMCs all just rushing one area every time. It was nuts. I've never seen like that much craziness going on. Chef, you were lighting your face up right now. every time you pop up that white screen, it's like
Just gonna flash back.
I'm trying to open up the picture without having it like. I'm trying to zoom out the photo, or zoom in on the photo, so I can get the
control scroll wheel
of his arm. But I'm almost positive it says "drink, fuck, and kill."
Nice. I like it. So that event was probably one of my favorites. It pushed a lot of cool fights. I mean, we all died a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in this group died a lot. Chef probably more so than everybody else. And Bungo. Bungo eats the bullets.
Once. I think
I did, however, frag the shit out of a lot of people.
That's true. No, we had a lot of killing.
I did pull some fucking really good PvP. I got a few like triples, like just lots of good PvP. But
yeah, no, it was a good
like
time.
30 seconds later, fucking M80 in the forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, no. M80, you know, talking about that fucking goddamn round. My big hope, right, for next wipe is a rework of how armor and bullets interact with each other. Because it seems like when we hit this point, right, it doesn't matter what you wear. It's why you start seeing all these guys running around without helmets on, or if they're not, or if they're running a helmet, the Chad boys are all running Altons and wrist tees, because it's the only fucking thing that might, keyword might, stop a bullet.
At this point, unless you're running into a straight Timmy,
which we've done a lot of lately.
Yeah, there have been like a lot of, and for those of you that don't know what a Timmy is, it's a new Tarkov player. We've probably said it like 1,000 times, and people are like, who the fuck is Timmy? Timmy's what we call like new players. You're gonna get mowed down.
Yeah. It's really,
everybody's running BP, M80, M61, M62, M855A1. That's all I get hit with.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of nuts because, you know, we sit there and like, I get it. Tarkov wants to be this super hardcore realistic game, right? It wants to be crazy fucking hard, crazy difficult. And then you're sitting there like, okay, but none of your armor or anything works fucking 4 months into wipe.
Yeah, the hitboxes are totally fucked.
You know, I had twice yesterday where like they just did this huge network fucking overhaul and they patched the game and, you know, things look, keyword look, really, really smooth on screen. But I'm getting shot before people even come around walls. You know, yesterday I got shot through a military truck.
Where your body was on screen after I killed that guy, you were like, you could see yourself. You were in front of the front tire on the back side of the truck. That's where your body was.
100%. But the thing is he didn't headshot me. He thoraxed me.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
And that's a whole lot of truck to get through with, which I think he was using BP.
Yeah, he was.
Like,
so there's I don't know if you guys have encountered this yet, or we might have and not even realized it. I watched it happen to Glorious E yesterday. There is a new bug. So far, it's like definitely confirmed on labs. Apparently, it works in other places. They saw it happen on Reserve too. People are spawning in invisible, essentially.
Yeah. So actually, so Jesse Kazam and Velian were playing. I want to say Wednesday last week, right? And all of a sudden, like, they're down in the bunker on Reserve, which, for those who don't know, right, is this huge fucking underground tunnel system. It's crazy. It's dark.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, just on both of their screens, they're just getting flashbanged. There's nobody down there but them and some random that they met in this game. And all three of them flashbanged all at the same time. And then Valiant starts getting fucking hatcheted into the leg and starts screaming, "It's a demon!"
Oh, okay. See,
Like-
no, that could be a clipping hack, though.
No.
So there is-
So this dude followed them all the way down to D2. Sounded like he was coming from the walls. Okay, right before they're about to extract, he literally goes, "Jesse Kazam, I love your videos." Like,
Yeah, but how did he know it was Jesse?
because they were voiping to the random that they met in game, and Jesse has
Oh.
a very, very
Yeah.
noticeable voice. The shit was the craziest shit I've ever seen, and like Jesse thinks that he was hacking, but this was before this bug came out, or the bug got noticed.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden people are spawning invisible. It happened to Lupo fucking like 4 nights ago. He literally spawned in the game invisible. None of his teammates could see him. None of the enemies could see him. And he did the right thing, honestly. Like, he didn't kill anybody. No, he didn't exfil. He just followed his buddies around. He just looted. He didn't kill anybody. Didn't get into any fights, and then just left.
It's so fucked because, like, in that situation, how are you supposed to know, right? Like you said, like, he's getting hit in the legs, so the guy very well could have been like clipping through the floor. I've seen videos on it of literally guys in between layers and just like whacking the ground. They can like levitate almost, so they poke their head through the floor and just whack, and then drop back down. You're never seen.
Yeah.
So for you to say that it sounded like he was like talking through the walls and shit, like, it's very possible.
I mean,
Camera
100%.
just go down.
No, your
Hmm?
camera's good.
Like, all my display drivers just shit the bed and came back.
I saw a flash, but you're there.
Yeah, you're
'cause, like, even like Glorious E was running community games yesterday when it happened.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, unless you're like a total cocksucker, why are you gonna really run hacks like during a community like day? Like, that's real scumbaggy. You know what I mean? So I don't think that somebody, and even he was like thinking about it for a second. He's like, "Wait, bro." He's like, "Are you for real?" He was like, no, definitely not. And then everybody started bringing up the bug.
I don't think that it's people hacking. I honestly think that it was a fuck up on BSG's network shit where it's like, oh, alpha player mask equals none randomly on some people.
Yeah.
And who knows how long this bug's been around.
Yeah.
It is quite possible that the last patch that they did just aggravated the bug even more, so it's becoming more common. Because how many times have we been fucking sitting in a raid the last 6-7 months and go, "Hey man, what the fuck was that?" And there's nobody. How many times have we died and not seen a single fucking thing?
It happens all the time. I mean, that's part of the game, right? Because like, if you're like running and you get fucking head tapped, there is no like replay, right? It's not Call of Duty. We've said it 1,000 times, and I'll continue to say it. But like, no matter if COD is trying to make a Tarkov-esque game, they released that they were dropping a backpack for Warzone, and they were like, brand new mechanics. It's like, bruh, you know how many fucking games have a backpack? What the fuck are you talking about, Call of Duty? Like, get out of here. You're the only game that doesn't have a backpack system at this point. Like,
you're right. Oh, Bungo, did you end up watching the arena trailer?
I saw a clip on TikTok. It must have been the worst TikToker ever because he was like, "I'm going to tell you about the arena update really quick," and then he stumbled over to his words the entire time, and it was just like a 5-second video. I was like, "Oh, that's great! I know everything now. Thanks."
I mean, there wasn't much
it didn't show much.
It didn't show much. It
It
showed
looked like
an arena.
a plane, and
Yeah, so
I don't know.
it looks like shit. What was that fucking? There was
The
a
Call of Duty map.
no. So in the last in Cold War,
Yes,
Um,
I know which one you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
There's an airplane in the middle,
yeah,
and
it looks almost exactly like that. This takes place in an actual airport terminal, at least for the one map that we did get to see. And it just looks to be like straight 5v5s. They did come out later and talked about it on Twitter. They talked about there's going to be PvE, there's going to be PvP, probably 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, and 5v5s. But they didn't really give us much info. We know it goes testing later on this autumn. And it looks cool. New animations, things look smooth. But here's my big issue, right? There are so many long-standing bugs that have been going on in Tarkov as a whole, and I understand that it is a new, or it's like a sub-team within Battle State that's working on it. Are the same fucking bugs going to be in Arena that we've had for 4 fucking years in Tarkov?
You like the right hand peek invisibility, like pixel peeking and shit.
Because like
interesting. Like, okay, so is it going to be like Tarkov, or is it going to be separate? So you have like an arena like stash, and then you have your Tarkov stash, or is it going to?
Well, they're talking about like weapon unlocks, like unlocking gear. I'm really curious to see how they're going to do the PvE side of it. If it's going to be like a horde mode, right, where like we have to hold down the airport and we're going to get swarmed by like a bunch of scavs, and then like Rashala and the boys will show up, and then another wave of scavs, and then fucking Gluhar show. You know what I mean? Like that would be fucking dope.
Apex just added that,
like a horde mode.
Yeah,
but I don't think PvE when I think Apex, right? They only recently added PvE to Apex.
Yeah, I think two or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it was just PvP. You had, like, later, like, a couple seasons in, they added, like, the dragons flying around and shit that you can shoot down for crates. But it was never a PvE game.
No, I mean, I don't get me wrong, and I feel like I might have over-criticized him a little bit on it, but, like, I think Arena will probably be good, right? It'll probably be a good addition to the game. It'll probably help them figure out like balancing for guns and everything, because there's going to be like way quicker matches. There's going to be more gunfights.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll help them with their netcode issues and their hitbox issues,
figuring out ballistics.
But like my big issue, man, about the whole thing is, you know, we had almost 2 months straight of every fucking week there was an event, right? And there's all this fucking build up. All of this buildup, you know, leading towards the Lightkeeper, and then they talked about, you know, one of the fucking times during the premiere event on YouTube that they changed the photos. That talked about that he who has the hood, right? And the hood, for people who don't understand, is an actual EMP device, right? It's a nuke version of an EMP device. And that Lightkeeper had it because we paid that man $1.5 trillion. Or should I say you guys paid him $1.5 trillion.
I paid him because you two fuckers didn't give up nothing.
Didn't give up a penny.
And then all of a sudden, like, we got a arena trailer. And I was like, that doesn't match up with shit. Well, like, like, it was cool. Like, the pictures, like, they matched up to, like, them spelling out arena. Like, that's awesome. But like the lore, like the sayings that were on those photos did not match the arena at all.
So I think that we still have like more info to come, right?
Probably.
Like, Nikita, we all know, has been like, well, we know, but like maybe not everybody knows. Nikita, like, I feel like the man gets off on being cryptic.
And,
100%.
Keeping
it, but it's, as a company, I feel like it's a good way to keep people engaged, because like the Tarkov Twitter like blows up when this shit happens. You get thousands of people engaging on like, what's going on, what's this, what's that. We have people from different countries doing translations for us. Like, it is building like this really strong, really like sound foundation for what's coming.
Sure. I mean, 100%. I mean, you're not wrong about that. But the thing is how long is too long? You know, are we gonna go another 2 fucking months of there just being events every fucking weekend, and they're just stringing us along? Because I mean, look at right now, right? It is apparent that the Tarkov player base has dropped drastically since the beginning of this wipe, which it does. It always does towards this point.
Mm-hmm.
But like everyone started coming back, getting really excited because these were the the quote unquote pre-wipe events, and then we got a arena trailer, and we went, okay, like it's reaching 6 months now into the wipe, and we're just sitting here going, okay, you keep telling us soon for this lighthouse expansion. When are we gonna get it?
So you have, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, but like Nikita said last wipe that these events are going to be like a part of Tarkov.
100%, and they should
so
be.
Like we should be expecting events. I don't want to say like on a regular basis, but like fairly often. So I think this is them kind of giving us that like change up. Because like we said, like Killa and Tequila being on Lighthouse was a pretty like fun time. It's also a way for them to test mechanics. So I think everybody seeing these quote unquote rapid fire events, I think everybody just got like, like a little too like excited for it. Nikita said from the beginning that he wants to have these events more often.
I understand, but I respectfully disagree with you on it, because if there wasn't going to be a push, right, they wouldn't have started pushing this Lightkeeper storyline a month and a half ago, because every wipe has involved the Lightkeeper. Every single fucking event has been Lightkeeper this. Okay, like the note for Tequila and Killa going to fucking Lighthouse was because Lightkeeper wasn't there, and neither was his bodyguard, so let's go steal the loot.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they put the cart before the carriage? They built this all up, and then they had the map ready, and they put it into testing, and it just shit the bed.
I mean, that's possible.
Like, we can't put it out right now because it's not ready, so we're gonna give them the arena for now, and then
which we also did see, right? Like the event was kind of fucking busted. The Raider event was like dumb easy. They literally just spawned there in the middle of the town. You just stood up on the rocks and basically took them all out. It was like brain dead for simple.
Yeah.
The Killa and Tequila event, the hardest part of it was the PvP, because everybody went there. Other than that, 90% of the time I saw Killa and Tequila, they were standing still.
Yeah.
Like behind a rock or behind the fences. All you had to do was get the right angle and shoot them into forehead.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, right? We talked about it last fucking podcast, that the Scav and Boss AI in this game is broken. Right? It's like a tree, but instead of it having hundreds of branches coming off, it's like, no, we only got 3. We're either gonna sit here and heal, we're gonna run around, and then we're gonna shoot at you through a wall.
Or we're gonna have a snack.
Yeah, like those are the only fucking branches that they exist. So it, like, I can understand like if they were testing new stuff, but whatever they fucking did didn't work.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe Bungo's right. Like maybe this trial like failed on their side, right? Like you can't release an expansion. Here's what in my opinion, right? Like if they were to release this expansion with more broken AI, more shit that's not working, people would fucking crucify them.
True.
They caught so much heat for like rogues being busted in the beginning, which they're still busted.
Yeah, but I mean, Nikita said that they are literally gonna keep them busted until the fucking the bosses are in the map, because they didn't want rogues to be ridiculously easy to farm for everybody. Yeah. Granted, now you can just pixel peek, quote unquote. You can just pixel peek the fuck out of them.
I mean, not even, dude. I literally ran around yesterday with a DVL. Me and Jopa split pushed the fucking lighthouse last night and took out like the entire road camp. And I was just like out. I was literally running like through the camp.
I just hate that like 90% of the rogues that you kill, you can't even loot because they're on the roof.
Yeah, but
Like
that would be busted too. Like if they were
Yeah, you
all on the
kill 'em.
ground, huh?
I mean, even sniper scav falls off every once in a while. You can at least loot them.
Yeah, Sniper Scav's a little different though. Like none of them ever get that close to the railing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you kill him just to kill him. You don't even kill him to get the loot. It's kind of, I don't know,
Just
boring.
XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean is a big thing for late wipe too, right? Like
They're
we're at
broken,
this.
and you can't loot them.
Yeah, we're at this point where it's like
Okay.
the only thing people have loot for the most part. They don't really need anything but XP.
So I'm probably a little bit more critical than you guys are, right? Just in general on how I see things, because I things stick in my brain, right? And I like people following through on things. Call it a issue with how my job works, right? And on February 7th, right? So 4 months ago, Nikita posts on fucking Reddit, and he goes, "Hey, what are your main problems in EFT? What are the main issues, right? Audio issues, which we've all complained about for the last, year-ish. Scav AI, Scav inertia, and performance issues on Lighthouse and just in general."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he said everything above is being addressed. It's been 4 fucking months, and the only thing that we got was audio issues, or is Scav inertia, which still really doesn't seem to work that well to me regardless. Like the thing is, and I love Tarkov, right? And we've talked about this numerous of times. I will probably never be able to stop playing Tarkov because no other shooter plays like Tarkov. But after 4 months, you haven't checked off a single list on that box.
The box on that list.
You know what I mean?
Scuffed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get... none of the audio issues have been fixed. You still hear ghost audio, random audio. You still can't hear somebody a floor down from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, scabs are still doing fucking scav shit. They either fucking miss every shot, or they laser you across the fucking map with a shotgun.
I mean, it happened to us yesterday.
Yeah.
I literally, from the rock to the scav camp on customs, like the checkpoint, I was getting peppered with buckshot from a fucking scav. And like, I was far. I didn't even think they were shooting at me originally. I just heard shots, and then I got a little closer, and they were 100% ADS'd on me and firing at me. I'm like, nope, fuck this, buckshot, I'm out of here.
Yep. Because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I understand how development works for most game devs, right? I know the process behind it, where we're not going to get QA and everything until around when it's going to release. That's when all the big performance jumps are going to happen, everything like that. So I knew that one was not going to come. Regardless of the fact that he posted about it, I knew it wasn't going to happen. But, like, come on, guys. Like, 4 months, you haven't changed how scavs work, and I get that you probably had to rework the whole fucking system. You know, we still don't have the Lighthouse expansion, which you've been telling us since, the wipe began, that it was soon, TM. It just... I don't know. Like, how much good faith is Tarkov... is Battlestate going to get before people start going, okay, this is a little bit ridiculous? Because I could understand, right, if that Arena trailer came out and it was like, Arena launches tomorrow. It doesn't even start testing until autumn.
Yeah. I think that was their backup plan. That was their plan B. Plan A didn't work out, and plan A clearly didn't work out.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Bungo, honestly. I mean, wipe is coming, right? Pretty much everybody has said it. Even Nikita, I think, tweeted something the other day talking about, like, scavs are going to be, or not scavs, I'm sorry, vendors, traders are going to be at like a 99% discount again.
No, that was from Ball State Games that you retweeted that. I saw that.
Ball State.
Is it Ball State?
It was Ball State. Good job.
It's awesome.
Scuffed.
Cite your sources.
Yeah, listen, Ball State Games got it.
You know, I want Tarkov to fucking succeed. I really do. But other companies are starting to see the hook that Tarkov has on its games, on its, you know, on its fucking players, and they're starting to push these products. The cycle literally releases in 3 days, and it's free. And as much as, like, I know Bungo said, you know, he doesn't like it because it's more cartoony, but it's free. You know how big that motherfucker is going to be? It was already huge.
Pay to win. All free to play games end up being pay to win.
No, so the way that they've put it out was that the only thing that they're going to have is cosmetics.
Let's see. I'm sure they have loot crates.
No, there wasn't a system even in the game for loot crates.
Yet.
I doubt it. I think after EA kind of got, you know, EA and, you know, what we'll be talking about here in a little bit, I don't think anybody's going to be trying to do this pay-to-win fucking sham. Because it's going to get...
giving me anxiety.
It's going to get to the point where they're going to end... like last time EA almost had a law passed because of their loot box fiasco with Battlefront 2. So, it's...
What happened? Wait, you said they almost passed a law against it?
Yeah. So when Battlefront 2 released, you could not advance your characters without buying fucking shit in game. A $60 game, you had to buy loot crates.
Jesus. Wait, Battlefront is Star Wars, isn't it?
Yes. That's also why Disney and Lucasfilms or Lucas Games told EA, guess what? You're not going to be the only people who make Star Wars games anymore, and you're not allowed to make the next Battlefront.
Suck it, EA.
Yeah, no shit, right?
I'm so tired of this. Like we said, we were talking about it last time. Like, we as gamers come from a time where achievements and like completion was based on like the work that you put in.
Yeah.
Right. This isn't even gaming anymore. It's lazy gaming.
I wouldn't even call it that. It's literally just swiping a card to win.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same concept of these kids that use cheats on Tarkov. They're literally paying somebody money just to win, to not even play the game.
Oh, you know what?
It can't be fun after a while. It can't be fun. Like just going in and knowing you're going to win. Eventually, it's got to get boring.
So the thing is I think it's for them. I honestly think it is fun because think of the attention that they get.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what happens, you know, we get killed by a fucking cheater and not one of the ones that Bungo just randomly just reports because that's everybody.
I was going to say everyone.
I'm pretty sure Bungo
cut out.
I said, "Don't kill me."
I'm pretty sure Bungo has reported us for TKing him, but that's okay.
No.
But you know, you report one of these guys who, you know, because we've had times where it's been like blatant getting shot at through a wall, cheating. And then they come into chat and they're like, "Gotcha, fucking nerd." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, man, ban." Like,
I don't know. Just those kids that didn't get enough love when they were young.
I also think it's the instant gratification. Like, they don't want, like, back in the day, you had to like put in work to become good at a game, right? Nobody picked up Call of Duty when Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, came out and was a god. Right? Nobody did. You got shit on by some fucking 15-year-old who was sitting there talking about banging your mom. And, you know, what did you do? You fucking literally played that game for hundreds upon thousands of hours.
We're like, I'm never going to get beaten by a 12-year-old banging my mom ever again.
Yeah.
Like,
you just
got a truancy. You skip so much school.
Yeah, like, you fucking, you put in the work.
I had buddies that literally used to skip school and go play at like a LAN center. there was, which blew my mind. It was 3 blocks away from the school.
That's funny.
And bro, it was literally, so I mean, this is like shit, almost 20 years ago. The entire room was this little Korean LAN cafe, and the whole place was full of smoke. It was literally like walking into a fucking like a Cheech and Chong movie.
Like a
The
drug
whole
den.
place was fucking yeah, it was just baked out with cigarette smoke. It was like $3 for an hour to play.
Yeah.
So everybody would like take their lunch money, go there, just say fuck school, and go play Counter-Strike and Warcraft and StarCraft and like Team Fortress. But like those games took like hours of time to get good at, not just like I'm gonna just put in mommy's credit card. I mean, I know we're getting to it. It seems like we're already there, but like Shroud was playing Diablo yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you see what his title was?
Pay to win
Pay to
speedrun.
win speedrun. He literally wants to see how much money it is going to take him to get to max level at this thing.
So for those who don't know, right? So Blizzard, which used to be a very reputable company, released
Literally my favorite gaming fucking devs ever.
Released Diablo Mortal, which was a free-to-play mobile version of Diablo. You can play it on PC as well, but it was designed for mobile. And it is microtransaction hell. You want to talk about a game that is pay to win? This is the one. To start, right? You have 3 different battle passes. You have your free one, which is cool. Like, that's awesome. And admittedly, I did look. The free battle pass does have some pretty good stuff in it, right? I don't know how long it would take you to grind all the way to the end, but it has some pretty cool stuff in it. Then there's a paid one. And then there's a supercharged pay one. So you have 3 battle passes for this fucking thing, 2 that are paid. You know, if it wasn't the worst of things, right? Everyone's had those fucking games on mobile where it's like a hero-based game, and it's like, oh, you got this 3-star hero, you need 2 3-star heroes to turn them into a 4-star, and then you need 4 4-stars to turn them into a 5-star. They did the same shit with legendary gems. But here was the kicker. You literally cannot get a 5 out of 5 legendary gem without spending money. So you cannot max your character. And then, hold on. You think it's over, Bungo? To awaken every piece of gear, you need something that you can only buy with orbs, which are the premium currency.
I just can't stand those games.
Like, and the shittiest thing is the game plays well.
It really does. I played it for like an hour or 2 yesterday, and it gives me those same I mean, like like I said, like Diablo or Blizzard was one of my favorite devs. I played an ungodly amount of Diablo 2. Like I used to like RMT Diablo 2 stuff back in the day. Like runes, gear, like I literally had people buying stuff, like purchasing shit. This is like the anti of that. They did a breakdown of like the percentages. Now here, catch this, right? It's even like deeper than what even Bowser said. The percentages to get gems, right? So you pay to get a gem. You have like I think it's 40% chance or 50% chance for it to be a 1-star. I think it's 25 for a 2-star. 10 for a 3. 2 for a 4, and then 0.05 to get a 5-star gem out of that box. They said the estimated total to get a character max level based on the stats, like if you ran like 1,000 gems, the odds of getting 5-star, it would cost you anywhere between $40,000 to $100,000. I think it was Forbes. I think it was Forbes.
I was reading the article earlier.
Okay. You just pulled it up?
No, I was reading it earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. $40,000 to $100,000.
Bungo, you got 100 grand just laying around for Diablo?
Yeah, I got about 350.
I'll give you about 350. we were fucking around yesterday with Dylan about it because we were talking. He pulled it up on stream. Or as we actually call him, Dyloon Bowser.
Whatever. Dylan Cutie.
Listen, it's Dyloon. I called her because his mom was in Jopa's chat yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, Mama Dyloon." He's like, "His name's Dylan." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's Dyloon." He's like, "No, it's not. You're crazy." And then Jopa's like, "No, I mean it's definitely Dyloon." But he was joking about it. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's just like 100K. Who's got me, chat?" And they're like, he's like, "Oh, anybody got 30K lying around?" And then chat started like, yeah, we got you. And Jopa's like, yeah, I'll call the bank right now. Like, that's thousands. He thought I guess they thought maybe it was like 30 to 100K in currency in game. You're like, oh, how much could that be? Like $100, $300? You know what I mean? Like, no, that's USD.
That's too much.
I was like, shit, bro. Anybody got 30 grand laying around? I'll just take 1,000. That's all I want. I got some bills that got to get paid off. And I'm good. That's all I need. We're throwing up 30K to Diablo. Just swing one my way.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we're gonna reach a tipping point, right, where this is either going to become the new normal, or people are going to start losing it. And these companies are going to feel it. Because, so here's the thing, right? So mobile games, just in case you don't know, right? They're not made for the US market. Okay, that's mobile games are made for Asian markets because that is the primary people that go there. Genshin Impact got in trouble over there. Lost Ark got in trouble over there because it was too hard for free-to-play players to advance. So now you've released what is probably the most microtransaction hell game
to a demographic where Blizzard is also already a huge company.
Yeah.
Like, if not the biggest demographic of Blizzard players is from the Asian market.
Yep.
Like, that's the only reason that we knew about these games back in the day is because we played in Korean internet cafes. Like, that's what all the Korean kids played. And we were like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit looks wild. Like, playing Dota 2 or Dota before it was...
When it was just a mod?
It was a mod for Warcraft, yeah. We used to call it Hero Wars. We just literally went there and just played Hero Wars together. Like 10 people. We would go and make 5-on-5s and just beat the shit out of each other. That's how I found my love for tower defense games.
Oh, I love tower defense.
Like, that was... And when they released... So, like, the downfall of Blizzard has been going on for a long time. And I'm really afraid that this is a last, like, cash grab before they're just done.
Well, so the other thing, too, is, you know, and I get people want to, you know, they want to be hopeful. What does this spell for Diablo 4? Like, if this is the reality, what does this spell for Diablo 4?
I'll give up. I'll just fucking delete Battle.net. I'll never buy anything from them ever again.
Because, like, so, like, Diablo's good, right? Diablo's always had a very, very solid story. It's fun to grind on with your buddies.
Not grinding on your buddies.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I heard
No,
that
yeah. Sorry, Buck. I got you a little excited.
Attention.
I thought I heard something knocking on his desk.
But, you know, you got Diablo, real, you know, good story. It's basically the same story every time, let's be real, but it's still fun to play.
Yeah, no, the games are great to play.
Diablo's never really been, like, deep into customization. It's like you got a couple classes that you can do a couple different things with, but there's always like 4 or 5 like builds that just run everything.
Yeah.
And then Path of Exiles came out a couple of years ago and literally mollywopped Diablo 3.
See, I never played it.
Dude, you would love it. As a Diablo fanboy, you would love it.
I watched Dylan play the other day, and I'm like, I feel like I'm like on ecstasy.
Yeah, but I mean,
like, this is like a fucking optical nightmare.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is you have to set it up right? You need to get a loot filter. You need to follow a build your first time you play because the fucking skill tree for Path of Exile is ridiculous. And it honestly, like, you remember how much fun like Greater Rifts used to be?
Yeah.
That's Diablo. That's Path of Exile. the whole game.
Is it just like
Yeah.
hordes?
Oh yeah, dude. Like you feel like a god. And you're
See, that
just
was the
like
thing, too,
you're
is, like,
just
I like being
dropping
able to
fucking
just die in
bombs
the
and shit.
beginning.
Well, no. So in the beginning, you're gonna get your ass handed to until your build starts to like come together and like form out. And then you're gonna become a god. And then there's still going to be god killer bosses that just mollywop the fuck out of you until you figure out the mechanics. But it's phenomenal, man. Like I think next season that they release for Path of Exile, I'm actually gonna like deep dive into playing it again because it's just there's hundreds of builds that are viable, right? That you can go all the way through the fucking end game, and the game is 100% free. Everything that they make money off of is microtransactions and a few what they call stash tabs, which just helps sorting your stash. It doesn't give you like a massive, boost to inventory space, but it'll help you sort your stash better. So like pay for ease, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Not pay for progression.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, my camera's backwards. It's not gonna work.
Oof.
Was that a picture of your dick?
Yes. No.
Hell
I
yeah.
couldn't see it. It was small.
Well, yeah, that's why I had to zoom in.
Oh.
I feel like you would actually, if you put the time into it, Chef, you would love it. You would have a grand time
sure
with
I would.
it.
I'm like talking about it now and seeing, because like I'm gonna play Immortal. I'm going to. I'm not gonna pay for anything, but I am gonna play it and see what happens. If it gets like that for Diablo 4, I'm gonna be extremely like that's gonna be like I'm just gonna be over it.
See, the only thing I can do to show my distaste with what Blizzard's doing is I'm just not downloading. I'm not going to give them the download. Because I'm not going to be used as a metric for we've got 2.4 million downloads. No, I'm just not going to. I'm not even going to download the game. I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to make an account. Fuck you. Because it was a slap in the face to every gamer. How are you going to tell me that a mobile game, right, a primarily mobile game, is going to sell me a skin for 20 USD?
Yeah, it's fucking cool. Well, so that was the thing too. Is like, if it's a skin, I don't give a fuck. I never played Diablo to like.
I understand.
There are like builds in Diablo that have looked the same since like day one.
Yeah.
Right, like Tal Rash's set still pretty much looks exactly the same as it did in D2. Makes you glow purple, like gives you the shine, like the same exact setup. If you want to look like a fucking screaming eagle, I don't give a fuck what you want to look like. If you want to walk around like a banana in Diablo, go ahead, schmuck. Pay $20 for a skin. But in order for me to get like Diablo 3, right? Prime. This was like 15 years old. I used to be able to speed run a character from level 1 to like 70 or 75 in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then it was literally farm. You ran cow levels to level up, and then you ran Mephisto runs to find like actual loot. And then late game, you started doing like Pindle skin runs and like separate runs to get specific runes and shit that you needed. But like I could do that and get to level 99 in like a week.
See, and
like 60 to 99 or 75 to 99 was like a real bitch.
Don't get me wrong, I understand like I don't care about skins, right? I don't. I'm saying the ridiculousness that you think that a mobile skin, right? That none of them are impressive. I've looked at them. None of them are impressive. They're not the Fortnite skins where like all of a sudden a raven's popping out of your fucking back and shit. Like they're not like this feat of artistic genius. It's like, oh hey, we made a matching armor set and then gave you color options. Have fun.
Are they selling like legit gear though? Basically, like
no. They took the route of basically, so they made rifts into loot boxes.
Yeah, because you have to use a
legendary crest
currency
to buy a legendary crest to then put the legendary crest into your rift to then go into the rift to get a 5% chance of getting a decent fucking gem from it.
Yeah, that's fucking sag.
Bungo.
That was the best part.
I'm still here.
Sorry, that was our Diablo rant.
I blacked out. You guys were you're getting down there in the nerd cave.
I'm sorry, Bungo. Not everyone can be like you and only do FPS games and only first-person FPS games.
Yes, I like guns and I like shooting guns, so I like to simulate me shooting guns when I'm not shooting guns.
I understand that. But, like, I mean, the reality is, right, you compare it, right, to other free-to-play games that have done well. Right? Like, COD Mobile only sells weapon skins and character skins. And they make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, but
PUBG.
didn't Modern Warfare do, or didn't they do like a pay-to-win system, basically? Like, you could only buy guns with the battle, like, you could only get guns with the battle pass?
So you could only get them with the battle pass, but they were always within the free portion of the battle pass.
Yeah, but those guns were busted.
Yes, but they were in the free part of the battle pass. Everyone
Yeah, but
could
if
get
you,
them.
If you paid
They
for
did have
them,
guns
you got them
inside
flat
the
out,
store.
didn't you? Like, off the rip, you got them.
So they had blueprints inside the store.
Yeah.
So if you wanted
And
to,
the
you could.
blueprints were broken.
Well, not always, but most of the time, yes.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they were like the masterwork blueprints with like the dragon on the side of it, where like the dragon animates whenever you do
Oh,
weird
dude,
shit.
there's a new one that I just saw that has a fucking snake on it. And when you check the gun out, the snake fucking unravels off the barrel and bites you on the hand.
Yeah.
Fucking super cool looking.
And like that stuff I'm fine with, because there is still an avenue for me to get the gun for free.
Yeah, but to be able to just buy it outright, because like not everybody has the time to put all these hours into getting through the battle pass on Call of Duty.
No, because they weren't at. You always got one gun right at the beginning, right? It was like level 5, which is like 5 fucking games, and then
Yeah,
the
I mean,
next
you could
one
do that in
was
a few
like
matches.
level 25.
I feel like they had like N tier battle pass guns.
They
Or
had blueprints towards the end of it, but by that time you already had the gun, and if the gun was broken, like most of the time the new guns are, because they want you to use the new gun,
Yeah,
you already had the gun maxed out by that point.
yeah, I guess.
I just hated when they did the whole moving Vanguard guns into like Warzone. But you had
Yeah,
to
so that
have
too, like you had to
Vanguard.
buy Vanguard
Yeah,
in order
to
to
get the
have
guns.
those guns.
Well,
to
no,
build
no.
them, and they were busted.
You didn't have to buy Vanguard to have the guns. You didn't
Initially
have to.
you did.
No, you didn't. No, because I literally
Yes, initially you did.
No, I played them. You had to buy you the only because we ran into the same issue with Cold War, right? People who owned Cold War and Vanguard had a leg up because the experience that you had from Cold War and Vanguard on those guns to level those guns up carried over to Warzone. You didn't have to own them, but they were already leveled up. So what happened to like Johnny Two Shoes over here, right, who didn't buy Vanguard because fuck Vanguard. I got given that game to me for free and I still never opened it. Every gun on there from Vanguard was level 1. The only time that like you'd get the new guns is the new season, and then you'd have to work through the battle pass, which they made drastically harder to work through the battle pass on Warzone than they did on the standalone multiplayer. Because you could grind out a fucking like Modern Warfare, Cold War, you could grind out that battle pass on multiplayer because they're quick games, in, out, in, out, in, out.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true.
Warzone is like, if you're going to top 10, you're dedicating 20 minutes minimum.
It's better than PUBG. PUBG takes like an hour to get top 1.
That's valid. That's fucking valid.
You may only see the last guy
running around this fucking map like, where the fuck is everybody?
I see nobody. I see the last guy just behind a rock that's like a Timmy, just naked, just been laying there all game.
But I mean, you got to look at it too. Like, every time a game gets fucking like popular, like PUBG ran through a real bad fucking cheater problem back in the day. Like back in the day, there were people on PUBG who like you would spawn in, right, and you fucking fly over, and you drop out, and by the time you hit the ground, you were dead.
Yep.
To some dude who's just sitting there fucking 360, just like
Picks up the first gun on the ground, he finds it, kills that lobby.
Well, it's
with it.
also about popularity too, because it was a
100%.
big problem when it was popular. Just like Tarkov is popular, so there's cheaters. But once it loses that popularity, the cheaters don't care.
Yeah, they
Gotta
can't.
play it just to cheat against nobody.
Yeah, they can't carry anybody.
Do
The problem I think with Tarkov though is because there's always progression, right? Even when you're not doing like tasks, there's always progression. You're getting money, you're getting gear. So as long as Tarkov has a decent fan base, there's gonna be cheaters paying, fucking offering carries.
Yep.
Have you noticed less cheaters now that they got rid of or they're trying to combat the RMT problem?
I can't say that I've noticed less, right? So it's a weird thing, right? Because you're not gonna notice less unless you don't notice less. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Tarkov without a replay system, you're never going to know what 100% that somebody was cheating.
Yeah, but in a game like Tarkov, you really can't, unless like
No,
arena,
100%.
sure.
You could definitely do a replay system because they've already talked about it. They've already talked about fucking putting a replay in, and the way it would work is after the raid has completed, right? So after 40 minutes has elapsed.
Oh, you'll get like
your
clip.
That you'll be able to go in and look at that fucking
replay.
That replay. And I hope that they do it like cool. Like I want to be able to free cam that bitch around and like be like, all right, cool. So where was this guy coming from?
Yeah.
Be able to snap into people's like POVs and shit.
Be really good for editing videos
really
too. You can get
right?
both. Yeah.
Yeah, but even editing, not editing purposes, but like knowledge purposes, right? Like knowing where people are coming from is a huge part of being able to like defend yourself in Tarkov, right? I mean,
100%.
What angle they shot you from, or where they were,
where they spawned at. Like if you can get both POVs and like rewatch the like replay, or if it's just going to be like 30 seconds before the kill, you know what I mean? Like who knows?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Call of Duty where it's like you get like a 10-second replay or a 5-second replay, and it's like
cool.
Well,
He's in this corner.
Yeah.
No, but I do agree with you though, Bungo. I think that would be, you could do some pretty nasty edits with that.
When you can do like cinematic stuff where you just put the camera off to the side and then you'd like catch the fight.
Yeah.
In slow mo, and that'd be really cool.
No, I hope that the replay system comes soon, because also it would give you like the ability to be like, all right, man, like I don't know if that guy was cheating. Let me go see where this guy was at.
Yeah.
Because it's easy if like you pull up fucking, if they're a streamer and you pull up their Twitch stream, you're like, oh man, I didn't even know that you could fucking catch somebody on that angle. Well, fuck. Like that's cool, right? And most of the time I don't get upset about that. But it's those ones where you're just sitting there and you're like, where the fuck was this dude? And there's no way for me to figure it out. Tarkov's about learning from every raid and trying to improve and get better for the next one. But how the fuck am I supposed to learn where I don't know where this motherfucker was?
Just don't be there next time.
Yeah.
Like you have this thing now too, where it's like people are hiding in the fucking trees.
Yeah. And the bushes.
Now, but it's not even now. It's just like a lot.
The fucking bush Wookiees.
Yeah, I watched somebody's TikTok the other day. It's like, oh, I'm not a rat, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking squirrel. Like, what's the fucking difference? You're a tree rat. Like, you're literally, and he was on like woods or something like that. It's like you're literally sitting there in a tree for the entire raid, hoping somebody runs through this pathway.
Well, woods is already difficult because, like, what's the call out on woods when you're in the middle of the fucking woods? Like, he's by the tree.
Yeah,
he's by the tree.
He's by the tree.
Yeah.
He's like, you got
the birch or the pine.
You got Bungo sitting there like,
the tree. Thank you.
Like,
he's laying in the grass. Oh, okay.
Like, it's fucking.
I mean, that replay system could also be good for reporting cheaters too, because you could clip and have proof, and clip it, and then have it like upload or not upload, but
it really depends, because a lot of people, right? So a lot of people will report people off of like what they see in COD replays, right, and COD kill cams, but they don't understand how that shit actually works, right? So a lot of times, right, you see like when you're watching like a kill cam in Call of Duty, it doesn't look right. It looks off. Like it looks like he's getting hit markers when the fucking gun's aiming like right here and shit.
Yeah.
That's not a recording of what happened on their screen. That is the server putting together a video to show you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm thinking more of like the guy that's snow clipping in the middle of the air.
Yeah,
flying around.
100%. I mean, those things would be obvious.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why is this dude fucking standing on top of 3-story? Like the tip top of 3-story. What? Or you know,
this guy's levitating.
Dude, like last wipes, I was in a raid with fucking Bams. He was doing fucking runs through labs, and you know, for those who haven't stopped by the channel, we don't run labs a lot because labs is terrifying because that's normally where all the cheaters are.
It's because all the juicy boys go there.
And we're running down this hallway. It sounds like there's nobody in this raid, and this dude teleports in front of me and Bams and just insta kills both of us. Not like, oh, he like, you know, just like skipped.
Jumped out of the corner.
No.
He literally just like
this
appeared.
dude teleported 5 feet in the air above us and killed us. And I'm in a fucking call with Bams, and I'm like, and he was like, yeah, we're not going to count that one. Let's just go again. And I was like, holy fuck, dude.
It sucks because I really need lead X's.
You're such a fucking hoarder.
No, he needs them for a quest.
Task.
Or yeah,
It's
task.
gonna wipe soon. Why am I...
Yeah, I don't care. I want to see how far I can get, man. I'm gonna try to get Kappa next wipe.
All right, well, we'll move on to that. You know, wipe plans. What are the plans?
Better again.
No. You already said you're going USEC.
You don't even say Dicky Needles anymore, so I don't know what the fucking point is.
Because I lost my hotkey because my computer shit. Somehow all my like hotkeys for everything are gone.
All right, well, you know, this is an easy thing to like. Even I could fix that.
Okay, which English word is Dicky Needles?
That I don't know. You just look through them.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you doesn't say Dicky Needles next to it. You have to go through each audio one and find which one's Dicky Needles.
There's a lot of audio lines. I wouldn't want to do that either.
It takes forever. I don't remember which one it is.
I'm just saying it's possible.
No, but honestly, like, what are the plans? What are you guys' plans for
I'm
what?
gonna go for Kappa.
Well, I
definitely-
fucking know that.
I'm putting the time in, #time in this next wipe. And I'm probably not going to be using the Mosin until 20 again, so that's good.
No, remember, you can't use the Mosin in this one. You got to use a different one.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna be, still got to find an American bolt
An
action.
M700, baby.
Yeah, I could do that.
The old Remington.
Yeah, I was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when I took this little mini vacation from work, I was really fucking hoping that it would wipe. Doesn't look like it's going to. It is what it is. But the other thing too is like, I leave for 6 months towards the end of this year. I would like to be able to fucking push as much as I can through this fucking wipe before I end up having to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But no, definitely gonna try and push tasks a lot harder on this one. I don't really care so much about. We don't really run into the 5-man issue like we used to. Like last wipe. Last wipe was always fucking 5-mans, and that fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
It's bad. Well, it depends who you're with too. Callouts and
True.
where people.
I really don't even find it to be an individual. It's like once you get into more than like 3 people, shit gets dicey. You have people like talking at each other, and it's like, well, I'm here, and then somebody moves, and nobody knows where they are anymore.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it ends up being more of a confirmation of like who's here.
yeah, and then
it's like, hey, they're there, right? Instead of calling out where the enemy is coming from, we're calling out where each other are, so we don't shoot each other.
yeah, and then we end up missing an audio cue for somebody running up on us, and you know, we get
or
butt
missing
fucked.
the opportunity to like take a shot, like it happened to us last week with Bungo.
Yeah,
right. And it was only the 3 of us. I said there was a guy pushing middle stairs, and the guy ran right into Bungo, and Bungo was like,
he just cruised all the way up to
no,
3rd.
it's
I'm
not
like,
me. I told
there's
you,
no way
the
this
guy
guy
coming
made
up the
it
middle stairs.
all the way up here, and I'm just up here by myself. I'm like, oh fuck.
I mean, I did kill him, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, you did after he killed me.
Mm.
But I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, we already solved that problem. If you go, is this you? And you don't answer immediately, you can't be mad
Shoot
if
him.
you get fucking shot. Like,
I say is either of you on third, and don't get a response in half a second, I'm shooting.
so the only other thing, right? And I was thinking about that the other day. You got to make sure what you're talking about, because I was on third with you, but I was not by the middle stairs. I was all the way by ice cream side by the metal stairs.
I thought you were on like first or on second way
No.
in the L.
No, because remember we both ran at the marked room. You opened it, so I left, and I went and pushed over to metal stairs to make sure that nobody was coming up, and then dude came up middle stairs.
I thought I was the only one up there.
I mean, it even happened to me and Bowser last night.
Yep.
Bowser was in the kitchen on second floor. He's like, "Oh, there's a guy above me in the kitchen." I guess he heard like tile rustling or something like that. I go to run to middle stairs, and the guy was in the mid hallway, like in the landing on top of third. And I just no fucking idea, no clue that he was there. There was no audio cues the whole time. I had just killed 2 other people on third story, on the metal staircase side.
Yep.
Dome 2 went to take a position on the corner to like peek that hallway towards the third floor kitchen, and I didn't even make it to the stairs. But the audio cue, he thought they were in the kitchen. It sounded like they were right above him.
I think I'm hopeful for next wipe. I really am. I want Tarkov to do better. Right? I want Tarkov to do Tarkov things. I want, the Lighthouse expansion. I would love if they were just like, hey, boom, streets. I know that's not going to happen. They keep saying that, it's going to release sometime this summer. I don't think that's going to happen. They've been saying that it's going to release this year for the last 2 years. But I get it, right? It's a massive undertaking because Streets is larger than every map put together. Streets is their worry point for Tarkov going open world.
And server issues with that many people.
You get that out of the way, and then
I think they're planning, so they're either going to do a full open world Tarkov, or it'll be Streets in every other map. Because it is huge. I mean, think of the amount of fucking space that just Lighthouse has. Lighthouse is massive.
That's another thing for me too, right? Everybody's worried about a Lighthouse expansion. It's already fucking massive. And the only thing we're getting as an expansion is the Lighthouse.
No, I mean, if you looked at the video, it's a big ass area.
Lighthouse?
No, the expansion.
Where is it?
It's over by the Lighthouse. There's a whole ass other like town over there, dude. You gotta look at the trailer for it.
I thought it was just that little peninsula to the.
Yeah, it looks little, but it's down a massive bridge, and there is a fuck ton of shit. Plus, they're also expanding the water treatment facility, apparently.
Where are they expanding it to?
I'm assuming probably a basement.
You can see that, yeah. That sounds horrible.
Reserve 2.0.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like D2.
Yeah, we get Exfil camp down there.
I mean, it's Tarkov. We're gonna get Exfil camp regardless.
True.
I think that basically covers everything for us, my dudes.
I think so. We didn't really.
What about
guns?
Oh yeah. Oh no, shit. Do you guys have any fan favorites that you want?
See, like a Car 98.
Oh, that would be nice. I would like that.
I mean, isn't that basically a Mosin?
No, different gun. Basically, yeah, but I mean, basically a mutant.
It's like a
is the
bolt
same.
action rifle.
Yeah, but basically a mutant is the
5.56 is 5.56.
yeah.
I mean, what is it? What does it shoot?
I believe it's 7.62.
Yeah, by 39 or 51.
I thought it was like the Russian version of like an odd 6.
Let me check real quick. Car 98.
And you would pick a fucking bolt action.
It's Russian.
Fucking ding dong.
Nope, 7.9.
7.9.
Yep,
What the fuck is that?
7.92 millimeter.
Yeah, so you're on some whole.
Yeah, so it's big. It's like an odd 6. It's bigger, like,
I would really like to see an AUG.
They've already teased the AUG. We know that's coming.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I want to see it. I want it.
I want a G36C. That's what I want.
that would be cool.
Is that like the short one? It's like the compact version.
Yeah, it's like a
charging handles underneath the sight. It's like little.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's one of my favorite guns in basically every shooter. Mostly because I love the iron sights for that fucking thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's see. I'd like a G36.
Like a 500 Magnum. That'd be cool. Be able to put a scope on it.
Yeah, like more pistols would be great.
Well,
But pistols that
use the Rhino that shoots the Ash 12 rounds, right?
yeah, but I mean we need them to actually work.
The big round.
Well, they fixed the 357 and the 9
That's true.
millimeters
That's
pretty
true.
quickly. Like that was really fast.
But no, I'd love that.
50 cal deagle. Give like Rashala a chance to have a gold deagle instead of a
Oh
fucking
fuck.
a golden TT. That shit would be fucking lit.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be running by fucking Stronghold and get one tapped and be like, "What the fuck was that?"
Got shot with a cannon.
I mean, I would love for like a very high tier, kind of like the same level as the grenade launcher, get a 50 cal.
Fuck yeah, man! Put a Barrett. Yeah, put a Barrett in that
Okay.
bitch.
Like
That
a sniper rifle.
Yeah, make it so you gotta lay down with it.
Yeah, you have to you hold like shoulder fire and it breaks your arm or something.
Just instant fracture your shoulder.
Oh fuck. It'd be like at that point I wouldn't even be like upset if I got shot through a wall because I know that that's going through a wall. Oh fuck. What else could we see? We already got the Tommy gun in.
We have a Tommy gun.
Yeah, the PPSH.
I mean, it's not a Tommy gun though.
Well, I mean, it would be cool if you put like an actual Tommy gun in there.
It would be the American counterpart, essentially, right?
Yeah.
A bar. Well, I guess it's a little old.
Yeah, bar's a little bit old.
Bar.
Isn't that the plate fed LMG?
No, that's the DP.
Yeah.
You would know about the DP.
Love DP.
Um,
Pizza gun.
dude, that thing is fucking badass looking.
Dude, I'd love an ACR.
Yeah. The ACR would be cool, but it's pretty close to a Scar L.
True. You're not wrong.
Any old Counter Strike fans get an AWP?
The old op.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, Tarkov's already got a massive slew of weapons. I mean, and the thing is we know that the AK-50 is gonna show up. They've already talked about that. Fucking 50 fucking oh god, 50 cal version of an AK. That's gonna be terrifying.
You know what I kind of want? Well, actually, never mind.
Okay, very well. Yeah, I can't really think of more though. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say
like a
an
saw.
Emily Durant.
Oh, a saw would be nice. Fucking 240,
Burning through that
240 Bravo.
5.56.
I mean, if they're bringing LMGs to the game, man, give me that 240 Bravo.
I mean, it makes because that can be either belt or mag, right? The saw.
Saw, yes. The 240 variant can't. 240 is only belt fed.
It's belt fed, right?
Fucking 50, an M2 HB or an M2A1, fucking 50 cal. You want to talk about heavy machine gun?
Well, this might be a topic
You have
for
to
next
fucking
one,
mount
but
it before you fire.
vehicles.
So we know that. I don't know. I don't think there will ever be PMC drivable vehicles. But there are vehicles coming to the game.
Yeah, the Streets boss is supposed to be rolling around in a fucking tank, ain't he? Or
Yeah,
a Humvee.
BTR.
Uh,
Yeah, he's gonna roll around in a BTR. They'll stop, get out, fucking like scope the area. That'll be
Is there a
fucking
mounted gun on
terrifying.
the
Oh,
BTR?
oh yeah.
Great.
We already know that they're gonna bring like RPGs and shit and claymores.
That I'm
can't
kind
wait
of excited for.
Claymores. You can't wait for Claymores? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on how.
Bush Wookie, even
Well,
bigger
no,
advantage.
because it's going to force everybody to play more tactically instead of being
That's
just
true.
like a fucking dickhead running around.
Yeah.
All
Are you gonna be able
including
to disarm
including
them,
us.
though, or is it
Like,
just kind of like
What?
Are you gonna be able to disarm them?
Probably there
I
will
mean,
probably
yeah,
there
you
will
should
probably
be
be a
able to.
disarm.
Or even just like Call of Duty, just like shoot it and just like
That's not how
yeah.
claymores work.
That doesn't
I'm
work.
just saying. I don't know. Man.
That's just a Call of Duty thing. That doesn't actually work.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you know what I would love? I want like an actual Semtex. I want a sticky grenade.
Like a thermite.
Yeah.
is it actually a thing?
What? Thermite grenades?
Thermite
Yeah.
grenades. I don't.
Like a sticky nade?
Oh, a sticky nade? Not really. I mean, you could make sticky grenades.
I mean, yeah. If I
Duct tape
fucking
and a
roll them
grenade.
around in honey and duct tape, yeah, like sure, it's sticky, but like it can't be easy to throw.
Yeah. Thermite would be cool though, like locked rooms. If you have like a thermite charge or something, you could get into
Blow
locked
the
rooms
door.
without the key.
So
Well, I said that about like Tequila's hammer, right? Like making Tequila's hammer be a pick-upable melee weapon.
so Semtexes are not real.
being able to
However,
reach doors.
sticky grenades are real. Anti-tank grenades, which you could use for the BTR.
You have to like place them, don't you? You have
No,
to
you
like
throw 'em.
actually. Oh, really?
So the way
That's
that they
kinda
used to do it back in World War II is they would stick them in like motor oil, and then they would chuck them at tanks and try and get them
Yeah.
stuck within the tracks,
Mm-hmm.
so that once the fuse ran out on the grenade, it would be
Yeah.
on the fucking track.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they're called, but they're I think it was World War II. It was a charge at the end of a stick. They would run at tanks,
Yeah,
hit the tank with a stick. I can't
Bungo,
remember
that's
what
all
they're
you. You got that one.
called. I don't remember what it's called. A boomstick.
That's a shotgun. Isn't it a like a fuck? I feel like I know what it is.
My network card is taking a shit or something. I can't. Oh, there we go. Boomstick was not a good idea.
Why, Bungo? You could do it.
What?
You could be the guy who runs up there with a boomstick.
Hey, I'll run a Timmy and a boomstick. That's fine.
Be all right with that. Hell yeah, go Bungo, go.
I believe in you. Got 72 virgins on the way.
All right, boys.
An M24 German hand grenade.
The stick grenade?
It's a stick, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. I'm going to call it here for us. Let's go ahead and we'll give our little outros. So, Bungo, we're gonna start with you.
Again, I'm Stungies. I stream on YouTube and Twitch now. I think I'm gonna do 1 week Twitch, 1 week YouTube, and see how that works out. If that doesn't work, I might alternate within the week. But
Stungy just doesn't want to sign in and out of his accounts.
Valid.
that is exactly right. That's all I really got.
Twitch.tv/Thundies.
Yes. And YouTube.
You
just
can
a bunch
say
of
that
letters
again.
after that.
All right, Chef, go ahead.
Guys, thank you for coming to hang out and listening to us fucking mumble and babble about bullshit for an hour or something. Appreciate you guys, and if you guys want to come and hang out, we be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/ChefTheShooter. Come in and say what's up.
All right, guys. That's where we're going to end the podcast for now. I am Berserk Bowser. You can catch me on Twitch at the same name, or YouTube. You'll just have to search it for now. We just recently hit 100 subs on YouTube, so we're trying and
Let's go.
if this is a big if, and I'm going to put this challenge out to the podcast here as well. If I hit 1,000 subs before I leave at the end of the year, I will do a full stream in a maid outfit. Okay.
I'm buying a bot right now.
Oh, by the way, my 1 year streaming anniversary is coming up in the next 2 weeks also, so
Ooh.
we'll be doing something for that.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Until
Have a
next
little
time,
party.
we will catch y'all later. Bye.
Peace.